Hello and welcome to English Parliamentary News. I'm Afia Jufri. In this edition, we will present all the latest and interesting information around the House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia. Indonesia, as an archipelago country with a total sea area up to 70% of the country's size, has a huge potential to develop its fisheries sector to contribute to the national economy. Therefore, Commission 4 of the House appreciate the existence of integrated cold storage, which has been built by the Ministry of Marine and Fisheries that aims to improve the fishermen's welfare. Speaking after leading specific visit to Gorontalo Province, Vice Chairman of Commission 4 of the House, Romkono, appreciate Ministry of Marine and Fisheries move in providing the highly needed facility and infrastructure for coastal community so that the fishers are able to distribute and collect their catch in the cold storage. Romkono adds, by having the integrated cold storage, the government could realize the target in improving export in marine and fisheries sector.
Hampir tiap hari para ekspor ikan itu datang ke Gorontalo untuk mencari ikan yang diekspor. Ada indikasi ada dari Jepang, ada di Korea. Fakta-fakta menunjukkan di lapangan memang yang para pengusaha-pengusaha ikan cukup banyak yang datang ke Gorontalo untuk mengekspor ikan.
The member of Commission 4 of the House, Salim FAKHRY, demands the Ministry of Marine and Fisheries to continue offering training access to the fishers in Gorontalo, which aim to improve the fish export quality. According to him, the quality of tuna in Gorontalo are exceptionally good, which result in high demand for fish from the neighboring countries.
Kita motivasi rakyatnya agar memang segala bantuan yang didapat itu bisa dipergunakan dengan sebaik-baiknya untuk peningkatan ekonomi, khususnya para nelayan, para petani ikan.
From Gorontalo, Putri and Ferdian, TVR Parliament report. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Bambang SOESATYO, officiates the launching of DPR Now application. A mobile-based application could be operated from smartphone to implement the Open Parliament program. To implement the Open Parliament program, Speaker of the House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Bambang SOESATYO, launches the DPR Now application in Abdul Muiz Room, Nusantara Building, Jakarta. Through DPR Now application, the community could directly access information regarding the Indonesian Parliament in the most simplest way. Bambang says the Open Parliament Declaration is a reflection of the Indonesian government commitment to implement democratic administration and modern parliament. Bambang adds Indonesia is the first country in Asia-Pacific that has already declared the commitment in running an open parliament. The commitment is declared on 29th August 2018 at the same time with the 73rd anniversary of the House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia.
Negara-negara demokrasi lainnya di dunia saat ini pun tengah bergerak dalam sebuah tren keterbukaan atau open parliament. Publik sebagai pihak yang meminjamkan mandat kedaulatan kepada anggota parlemen semakin terbuka aksesnya untuk mengetahui kinerja dan capaian parlemen.
Heriadi and Ferdian, TVR Parliament report. The President of Global Organization of Parliamentarians Against Corruption, or GOPAC, FADLI Zone, emphasizes the importance of corruption cases management, especially in developing countries where potential of horizontal conflicts are commonly found. At the 139th Interparliamentary Union, or IPU, meeting in Geneva, Switzerland, the President of Global Organization of Parliamentarians Against Corruption, or GOPAC, FADLI Zone, states the corruption cases that happen in developing countries are need to be solved immediately, considering its potential to broad horizontal conflicts. FADLI Zone adds the Sustainable Development Program, or SDGs, would be hard to achieve if the corruption cases will remain unsolved.
Kita ingin mengingatkan dari perspektif GOPAC tentu saja, kita ingin persoalan korupsi ini menjadi bagian yang juga dicermati dalam rangka untuk menciptakan perdamaian dan pembangunan yang berkelanjutan sesuai dengan harapan kita.
Related to the meeting with the president of IPU, Gabriela Chufas Baron, FADLI Zone says he will invite her as the observer of the upcoming Indonesian election in 2019 and present in the Sustainable Development Conference in Indonesia next year.
Presiden IPU akan berusaha untuk ikut hadir sebagai observer di dalam pemilu serentak nanti tanggal 17 April 2019. Nah, saya kira ini adalah satu event atau momen yang penting untuk juga menunjukkan kepada dunia, dan kita harapkan juga dengan adanya banyak observer akan semakin membuat kualitas pemilu semakin lebih baik.
From Geneva, Switzerland, Saiful Anwar and Ferdian, TVR Parliament report. The General Secretary of the House of Representatives of the Republic Indonesia, Indra Iskandar, says the Association of Secretaries General of Parliament Forum, or ASGP, could be the medium between the Parliament General Secretaries to share experiences and to improve the services for Parliament members. Speaking at the ASGP meeting in Geneva, Switzerland, General Secretary of the House, Indra Iskandar, explains the importance of supporting system for Parliament members, such as breakthrough, innovation, and technology implementation, especially in solving problems and improving the service for the MPs. Indra adds every problem faced could be discussed together and every component could give any inputs.
Jadi ada beberapa negara yang diberi kesempatan untuk memaparkan bagaimana pelayanan-pelayanan itu kepada Dewan, supporting system kepada Dewan diberikan dengan tentunya berbagai terobosan-terobosan, inovasi.
Indra also states the General Secretary of the House has gathered a lot of lessons from other countries' parliament during the ASGP, both from developing countries to the developed countries, such as the methods to manage the parliament and supporting the parliament member. According to Indra, based on the discussion at the ASGP forum, the support and services given by the General Secretariat of the House is considered good, and thus gave the chance for General Secretariat to give advices to other countries' delegates.
Banyak mendengar bagaimana negara-negara lain, mulai negara-negara berkembang sampai negara maju itu mengelola parlemen, memberikan support kepada Dewan itu yang paling baik dan paling mudah dengan teknologi. Nah, tentunya kita juga memberikan masukan-masukan pada mereka.
From Geneva, Switzerland, TVR Parliament report. Following the changes in the 2019 macro assumption, especially the rupiah exchange rate against US dollar from 14,500 rupiah to 15,000 rupiah per US dollar, Commission 11 of the House urges the government to issue policies that can maintain the stability of rupiah, starting from reducing import activities, saving state spending, prioritizing spending on productive sector, as well as limiting foreign debt. Speaking after a hearing with the Ministry of Finance in Nusantara One building, Jakarta recently, the member of Commission 11 of the House, ELVIANA, says the government should focus more on programs that increase economic growth. ELVIANA adds, in 2019 state budget, the government must continue to provide subsidies and direct assistance to the community that propose to maintain the people purchasing power.
Lebih harus difokuskan kepada pos-pos berkaitan dengan kepentingan masyarakat begitu. Jangan sampai misalnya penambahan hutang terhadap pinjaman terhadap luar negeri ternyata tidak mampu menaikkan pertumbuhan ekonomi. Pemerintah harus bisa menjawab gitu. Pinjaman hutang yang banyak itu perginya kemana?
The member of Commission 11 of the House, Michael JENO, says the government must continue the development of infrastructure to drive economic movements in every region in Indonesia. However, he adds the government with the central bank, Bank Indonesia, need to monitor and maintain the movement of rupiah currency against US dollar so that the weakening exchange rate will not disrupt business and investment climate in Indonesia.
Yang penting adalah kan nilai rupiahnya stabil, dan tugas utama menjaga nilai rupiah ini tentu adalah ada di Bank Indonesia. Tentu asumsi dari Bank Indonesia harusnya itu yang paling akurat, katakanlah seperti itu, dan itu yang menjadi pegangan. Yang penting bahwa nilai tukar itu stabil.
Hilman Hidayat, Rangga and Afi, TVR Parliament report. Commission 8 of the House appreciate the policy of the Ministry of Religious Affairs in organizing Hajj and Umrah by implementing e-Umrah, which is more efficient in management and more effective in minimize the travel fraud cases. The chairman of Commission 8 of the House, Ali TAHER, appreciated the improvement of Hajj and Umrah pilgrimage management in terms of accommodation, transportation, and catering. With the implementation of e-Umrah as the nation's breakthrough in doing biometric scanning from Indonesia, it will shorten the time administration needed in Saudi Arabia. Commission 8 of the House also encouraged this year's Umrah problem to be used as lesson and evaluation to improve the implementation of Hajj and Umrah pilgrimage.
Insyaallah tinggal MPM sudah lahir 18, kemudian tinggal pelaksanaan di lapangan kita pantau terus menerus dari waktu ke waktu supaya tidak akan terjadi lagi perusahaan-perusahaan bodong yang memberangkatkan jamaah dengan harga yang murah. Sekarang ini kita juga sudah mulai menemukan siasat teman-teman pengusaha yang nakal itu. Iya, memang harga standar 20 juta untuk standar Jakarta. Tetapi mereka nanti main di diskon.
The member of Commission 8 of the House, DEDING, says the technology development makes various procedures easier and faster in the hope that 2019 could become a digitalized momentum for a better surveillance system in Hajj and Umrah pilgrimage in order to prevent fraud. The government also needs to set cost standard for Umrah and Hajj by improving the control system on travel operating without permit and renew the permit for Hajj and Umrah travels, which has changed its address.
Tapi umroh ini kita masih melihat, masih ada dan masih menyaksikan, bahkan sekarang masuk dalam proses hukum. Misalkan travel, umroh, first travel, kemudian abutur dan sebagainya. Ini kan permasalahan yang sangat merugikan para jemaah umroh.
ROEM NUGRAHA and AFI TVR Parliament report.
The Indonesian Parliament and the Westminster Foundation for Democracy, or WFD, exchanged experience in regard to democratization practices and accountability in implementation in Parliament, especially cooperation in increasing Parliament capacity as well as its accountability.
Speaking after receiving the visit of the Westminster Foundation for Democracy, or WFD delegation, Vice Speaker of the House, UTUT ADIANTO, says the cooperation with WFD is directed at financial accountability and administration, as well as the availability of public access to the Parliament. The House itself has already released DPR Now application, which opens up the access to public to know the House's performance that consists of budgeting, legislation, and supervision functions. According to UTUT ADIANTO, the closeness between the Parliament and the public is a necessity. So far, he adds, it has been going well despite the quality of relation between the House and the community that still leave a room for improvement.
Khususnya saya juga minta ke Pak George Evans yang datang dari London ini untuk memberi banyak masukan ke kita bagaimana undang-undang dibuat di Inggris. Juga contoh-contoh bagaimana undang-undang tidak saling mengikat satu sama lain yang membebani anggaran negara.
Meanwhile, the main Inspector General Secretary of the House, SETYANTA NUGRAHA, says the main inspector has cooperated with WFD in institutional enhancement in the inspectorate. This way, the inspectorate of the House could have a better understanding in terms of duties and authorities through a supervision that meets both national and international standards.
Dan dalam kerjasama itu kita memang diberikan fasilitasi yang berkaitan dengan capacity building, itu baik itu dalam bentuk workshop, seminar, FGD, maupun dalam bentuk bagaimana kita dibantu untuk bisa membuat manual-manual dalam bentuk regulasi, kemudian SOP, dan lain sebagainya.
Nadia Rian and Afi, TVR Parliament report.
The House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia, together with Panama, will build more a just world by combating money laundering. Indonesia and Panama agree not to leave room for money laundering.
Speaking after welcoming the visit of Vice President of the Republic of Panama, who also served as the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Isabel de Saint Malo de Alvarado, the Speaker of the House, Bambang Susatyo, says Indonesia and Panama have become part of 146 countries who commit to automatic exchange of information, or IEOI. Thus, Bambang Susatyo invites Panama to actively eradicate money laundering practice. Bambang Susatyo conveys through the participation in automatic exchange of information, or IEOI, Indonesia could automatically detect taxpayer who opens accounts in Panama and other countries that are also the member of IEOI.
karena selama ini memang bagi Indonesia Panama merupakan kunci dagangan Indonesia untuk masuki ke wilayah-wilayah Amerika Latin.
Bambang Susatyo conveys the meeting with the Panama government is also discussing Panama Papers, which several names of Indonesian entrepreneurs were allegedly involved in the scandal. Bambang Susatyo adds the meeting shows Panama's openness to Indonesia and proves there is no place in Panama for illegal money owners. Additionally, Panama also invites Indonesia to continue to improve trade relations between the two countries. The trade cooperation with Panama is very vital as Panama serves as the gate to Indonesia's trade with the European and Latin America's countries.
Panama Papers ya, tapi beliau menjelaskan bahwa itu sebetulnya justru keterbukaan yang diberikan oleh Panama, tidak ada tempat bagi orang-orang dimanapun di seluruh dunia di Panama, dan Panama bukan surga bagi orang-orang yang memiliki uang ilegal, kira-kira.
Arif, Septia, and Afi, TVR Parliament Report.
And that rounds up this edition of English Parliamentary News. On behalf of all the crew of TV Parliament, we would like to thank you for your attention. We will meet again in the next edition of English Parliamentary News. From me, Afiyah Jufri, once again, thank you for watching and goodbye.